Good afternoon, everyone. It's Friday. It's Monday at 5. Oh my goodness. We were supposed to have our Patreon class on Sundays, which is today is our voice class at 6 instead of our normal time on Sundays at 6 because of the holiday. So today we're doing both a YouTube voice class and then at 6 o'clock, if you're a Patreon member, we'll be doing another voice class on Zoom at 6 o'clock. So I hope you'll come join us over there because we're going to do some really cool stuff. So welcome, welcome. If it's your first time, my name is Miss Stephanie, and I make tutorials on singing, vocal studies, piano, and ukulele. Sometimes I throw some fun things in there like melodica and um, some really fun little things like that I think you'll enjoy. But today we are going to do some vocal studies. And what I would like for you to do is be sure that you have subscribed to the channel. And if you could share it somewhere with a friend or on one of your social medias, it would really help me a lot. The more people that see it, the more people that can join us in lessons. That means the more fun our workshops will be. So, started. So, let's talk about what we did last week. This is our second lesson in the series. And last week we talked about posture. Notice that I am not in my chair. I remembered to put my bench here. I happen to have my computer right here as well. So when I do my computer work, I sit in a chair. And then when I'm doing my music work, I sit on a bench, and I just forgot to switch it out last time. So you can sit in a chair as long as you are sitting on the edge and your sits bones are out. So when you go to sit down, stick your bottom out. And so you're sitting up nice and tall. You see how straight my back is? And that makes it a lot easier for you to get to breathe and do what you need to do in order to sing. So let's get everything woke up. Let's get your face nice and wide and now nice and small, like a pumpkin, like a raisin. Mwah. Let's open it. Start with mwah. Like mwah. But let's start with like a kiss and then spread it one more time. That should open up your face and your jaw. Now let's roll your shoulders a little bit, nice and relaxed. There you go. And stretch your back from side to side a little bit. And look to your right. And then twist and look to your left. Take a deep breath in and let it out like a balloon. Very good. Another breath. And hold it. And this time let it out very slowly. Slower. Faster. Slower. Faster. Slower. Okay. Now this time we're going to take a breath and let's see how long you can go. I'm going to go as long as I can go. And you can keep practicing week after week, day after day, to see how long you can let that go, okay? So take your breath, and then we're gonna let it out like a balloon, and let's see how long you can go on one breath. Ready? One, ready, breathe, go. That was pretty good. So I could have probably gone longer, but we don't have all day here. So practice doing that. A lot of times we don't use all of our breath. When you're talking, do you run out of breath? I didn't think so. When I'm talking, I don't run out of breath. So when you're singing, if you know what's coming up and you know what you're going to sing next, typically your body will allow you to take the right amount of air in. You don't need to go to sing hello and then that's it. That's ridiculous. So what you're singing will dictate the amount of air you need to take in. And that gets practiced over time with level of difficulty. This is a beginner's class. So we're going to learn the very beginning techniques of breathing, breath control, and exercises to help us with that. Looks like Claire Schumann wants to hang out with us too. Whoop. So yes, so we're going to do that today. So let's go on with some more breath work. My hands on my belly, take a nice breath in, and then we're going to go shh, 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 shh. Use your belly to bring that air out. It was very gentle. I didn't overuse any part of my body. I only used my belly muscles. So let's do that again. Breathe. Shh, 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 shh. Good. Let's do that again. Breathe. Notice that I soften when I breathe. Shh, 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 shh. This is not how you're going to use all of this every time you breathe. I want you to learn how to engage your core, okay? You're not going to use that much control every single time you open your mouth, but that's something that we need to learn. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk to you today about, we've done this before, is your straw exercise. Let me get a little bit of this water out of here. So if you don't have a straw handy, please pause and go get one, or have one for next time and come back and do this again. Because this exercise is super duper important, and we'll do it in many different ways. Right now, we're going to use it as a breath exercise. So we're just going to breathe into a cup of water. Easy enough, right? Now, this time we want to do it, we're going to control the way that our air comes out. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the bubbles go faster and then slower, faster, slower. Here we go. Ready, go. Got that? So this is a very shallow cup to be doing this in, but please practice that, blowing the bubbles with more intensity and with less intensity, but in the same breath, okay? So you can use paper straws. You can get these on Amazon. I've had a bunch of them, and they are, you can put them in your recycling bin because they're cardboard, okay? So that's really cool. And I also have these metal straws. I really like these for my uke players and my pianist also. We use these for exercises. We also use them for voice. They have silicone ones too. I think I'm going to invest in some silicone ones because I'm really afraid I'm going to hit my teeth with this one. But right now I want to go, since we've been working with straw, so I'm going to take this and grab my cardboard one. Let's do a little phonating with this straw. Just a little bit of that. And here's another exercise that we're going to do with our straw today. Just up and down. Just up and down with your straw. And you probably notice a little bit of a difference in the way I'm speaking. Did my speaking voice sort of came up a little bit. I'm no longer down here in the cellars. So when you use this, this is not just for singing. Every time I hear someone giving a speech and their voice is cracking or they're losing their voice and it's getting really rough and raspy, it's because they're talking down here. And this is a voice lesson. Singing is part of using your voice, but we do a lot of damage to our voice when we're speaking. So use this straw to do your warm-ups. It helps your speaking voice too. One more time. And we'll do some more exercises with that in the future, probably a lot. So get yourself a straw, a silicone, cardboard, or metal. The cardboard you can recycle, the other two you can wash in the dishwasher. Okay. So I do want to do a couple of other things with you today. Now I use a series called The Full Voice, and a lot of their stuff is found on thefullvoice.com. I love their materials. And one of the things that we do there is they give you a lot of tongue twisters. Love it. So today we're going to do an easy one. Mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits. Okay, so we're going to do that 3 times. 1, 2, ready, go. Mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits. Now is a good time to introduce you to the metronome. I'm going to introduce it to you on my phone. Let's see, I have, there's lots of different free metronomes that you can get. I have this one. Let's see if you can see that. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, but it says metronome. And again, there's lots of free ones that you can get for any, at your app store on your phone. So a metronome is really, really something that you need. See, it keeps, and I like to have this visual. A visual is quite helpful. Da, 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 da. And a lot of people are visual learners, and so that's the best way to do it. So I'm going to set this at 67. Mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits. Let's try it again. See, I'm at 67. See the numbers right over here. And so let's do it together. Mixed biscuits. 1, 2, ready, go. Mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits, stop. Okay, now we're going to speed it up. 75. Oh, 1, 2, ready, go. Mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits, mixed biscuits, stop. So what you're going to do at home is get your metronome on your phone and speed it up until it gets faster and faster and faster and faster. Hold on. Thank you, Mr. Metronome. Okay. So we will do a different tongue twister each week. This is a fun one. Okay, so last week we went over solfege. Let's go over that again. We're just going to go over it a little bit each week because we're going to learn to sight read. You're going to learn to read music a little bit. Not right now. Don't freak out or anything, but we're going to learn a little bit how to read, how to follow a line. So let's start with our solfege. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. La is like a hook like that. La, ti, do. Do is the same as it was down here, okay? You can rewind that and go through it, and then we go back the same way we came. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay? So let's sing it. Ready? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And we're not trying to be pretty. When we're learning our solfege and we're learning something, we're just trying to be efficient, okay? We'll work on our technique and our tone and all of those things later, just one little thing at a time. Now, let's review the hot chocolate warm-up. Hold on one moment. Last week we did this, and it was lots of fun. Um, and so it starts with chocolate, chocolate, hot and steamy. Um, and can be found on the Full Voice website. And it is one of their free, she does wonderful free offerings. And this is the hot chocolate warm up. And so I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share with you because this is free material. I would not share published material with you, but this is free. So this is hot chocolate warm up. So let's just review it. Let's do it. Okay. Chocolate, chocolate, hot and steamy. Pour that chocolate in my cup. Chocolate, chocolate, smooth and creamy. Don't be stingy, fill it up. Verse 2. Would you add a whipped cream dollop? Slop it in and do not stop. Would you like your sweet hot chocolate with marshmallows on the top? Go into 3. Chocolate, chocolate, hot and steamy, warms me up from nose to feet. Chocolate, chocolate, smooth and creamy, lovely winter chocolate treat. Okay, fun. Isn't that fun? I know, right? That is one of my favorite pieces. I just love that she shared that with everybody. It's one of my favorites. Now, I have to show you this book. This book I got from my elementary school music teacher at Rose Valley Elementary in Friendly, Maryland. It was called Friendly, Maryland back then, believe it or not. And my elementary school teacher gave me this lovely book of music, Rodgers and Hammerstein, for my birthday, because of course I am a huge musical theater fan. I was back then, even though I became an opera singer. I love musical theater, and Rodgers and Hammerstein are my favorite and some of my favorites. And I really do love the sound of music. So I love for all of my beginning students to review Do Re Mi because it helps us reinforce our solfege. So I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and go through Do Re Mi. Do, a deer, a female deer, re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. I'm sure you know most of this. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So. Tea, a drink with jam and bread. That'll bring us back to do. So, let's try it. Let's do the very ending first, because the very ending is like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So we just sing the scale at the end, okay? So let's just do the end. Do, re, mi, 1, 2, ready, and sing. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, let's try it from the beginning, because I think you probably know this one. Ready? Part is sew a needle pulling thread. Okay, sew a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So go through that one. Kind of stop and gather yourself in the middle if you need to. Rewind, fast forward. You can even look up the lyrics if you like, but I think you probably know this one. I don't think you probably need the lyrics to it. So I encourage you to continue working on this one. And the ending is a little bit different. Let's do the ending one more time. One, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Yes. One, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, excellent. Now, before I stop today, I wanted to talk about a couple of other things. First of all, how much aqua are you getting each day? I was getting very thirsty just singing with you. All of the air coming through and drying me out. And so, especially by the end of the day, you've been talking a lot. Be sure you're getting enough water. Stop right now. Take a drink of water, please. Now, I highly recommend that the water happen a lot. Now, remember that if you are thirsty, you are already dehydrated. Clara agrees with us. If you are already thirsty, if you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So what you need to do is be sure that you start in the morning with water before you even have food. Get up and drink some water. And now, my next question is, are you practicing? Are you warming up every day? Do some warm-ups, do some humming, do some loo like we did last week. Go to my warm-ups. Each week I'll be adding more and more warm-ups, and maybe I'll do some videos that are just warm-up videos. If you think you would like that, why don't you drop me a note in the comments and I'll do that. I'll make a warm-up video. I think that might be quite, if you think it'd be useful for you, let me know. And I'll do that for you. So I look forward to seeing you all next time. If you would like to join us on Patreon, please do. We are having our voice class at 6 o'clock today. And then next week is ukulele. It's the sing and strum. And the next week is piano. So I hope you'll come and join us over there. We have a great time and we learn a lot. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next